What's going on, everybody? It's your boy JT Knows Things, and we are back to the Crypto Den. I want to thank you for tuning in. We have another basic principle, day one, fundamental thing to cover. What are smart contracts? Because they are responsible for evolving crypto. Because at first it was just Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash and just a few projects that were trying to become, currencies and replace the dollar and like all this other stuff. This narrative that you've probably heard, it's more than 1.5 decades old, right? Um, when Ethereum came out with this concept of smart contracts and a smart contract platform, light bulbs went off. And here we are 10 years later, roughly, since 2014. And today I want to explain to you what these things are. And they're not as new as you may think. I got a cool little example for you that I've drawn out. And then after that, I'm going to explain to you what the equivalent of that example is in software. And then hopefully you can understand how impactful smart contracts really can be. Um, it's pretty cool. And yeah. So before I get into it, my name is Jake Tullis. I also go by JT. And I have 10 years of software development experience, which I use to navigate the crypto industry because all this stuff is just software, and to operate and run my hedge fund called Bleeding Edge Capital, which is exclusively in crypto or digital assets. And I take a discretionarily long approach using fundamental research, like the stuff I'm explaining in this video, to make better decisions for my investors. And then I have this channel where I educate you all on the results of my efforts because I really do believe that if you understand something, you will make better decisions. So I'm here to educate you on what exactly it is you may or may not be investing in or buying. With that, let's come over here. So, what is a smart contract? Well, the example I have for you is a vending machine. A vending machine is probably the first smart contract that ever existed. There could be another weird example I can think of, but right now, this is the best I got. And the reason why a vending machine is a smart contract is because there are zero people involved except for the user. That's really important to remember. And before you get dispensed your item, all of the conditions of the agreement need to be met. You have to put your money in first. Then you have to decide what you want, tell the computer where it is. If all of these conditions are met after you've put your money in, right? It's a successful transaction. It's also important to note that if it doesn't go well, that money is hard to recover. It's a one-way transaction. And you can think of smart contracts like that. The software equivalent of that would be a user. Let's say it's you, okay? And you want insurance. We'll just call it insurance. So then we'll have a smart contract, right? And that smart contract is going to be in an app. So it's this box is like an app. We'll call it Insurify, okay? So you want insurance through Insurify. Well, Insurify leverages a smart contract. So they have zero employees doing this, okay? A smart contract that has thought of every single condition that needs to be met for them to insure whatever you're looking for, okay? They're going to ask about the value, your income, whatever. There might be 100 different fields you got to fill out, and it's going to be some homework on you. But once you meet all of these preconditions, no different than knowing what you want in a vending machine and the money gets put in, basically in escrow in the vending machine until you tell it where to spend it, right? Same thing with the insurance. So you go to Insurify, they have a smart contract that needs all of these preconditions met. And like I said earlier, it could be whatever. I mean, genuinely, It could be value of item, item that you need insured, length of time, right? And then like you get the idea, right? All of these different convictions or conditions need to be met. And then if you meet those conditions, boom, you have insurance. Then you could have another smart contract down here through Insurify. Once the transaction is successful, it's just, you know, I don't know why this is being so difficult. It's easy to see. Um, and we've gotten this a little confusing. So now your insurance app, Insurify, you meet all of these pre-existing conditions. It automates that transaction, and then you have another smart contract that basically, hey, all of these conditions were met, the transaction was successful. Upon successful transaction, you need to boom, and you could have this. You need to give the money back to the user. Like if a claim, for example, this could be a claim. This could be me filing for insurance. This could honestly be me doing anything. Okay. So the basic principles of a smart contract are software that sits in between a user and a need. Once all of the pre-existing conditions of that need have been met and the software can prove that it is, I, the user, get that thing, right? And it's automating processes that were once never before automated. To give you an example, Tether, it is a series of smart contracts that basically support a stable coin. They have 100 billion roughly, I'm rounding up, um, where BlackRock has 10 trillion, right? So they have 100 times more money, right? Yep, 100 times more money, or maybe 10 times more money. It's 10. Yeah, it's 10. Sorry, 10 times more money. And Tether made an extra billion this year. Think about that. They profited an extra billion off 1/10 the amount of money. No, it is 100 because yeah, it's 100. Oh my God. So that's how crazy smart contracts are. Think about that. Tether has 30 employees. They manage $100 billion in stablecoins. And because it's so cheap to manage that money, they make more money than BlackRock, who has 10 trillion. If there was $10 trillion in Tether, they would have made 600 billion in profit. Bottom line profit because smart contracts automate business processes, you guys. It is like AI. I mean, it's that profound. Smart contracts will run the world, and a lot of people are going to be out of jobs. I mean, you don't need manual inputs into software programs nearly as much as we used to, and it's getting less and less with more AI agents. An AI agent with a smart contract platform could automate an entire multi-billion dollar company. It sounds crazy, but five trigger people that make decisions could be running $1 billion with software. So smart contracts are changing the world, and it'd be great to understand which platforms are most likely to be adopted in here for the long term, and that's my day to day thing. I try to understand this stuff at a fundamental level, and then I try to understand how it could be more competitive in the future. That's it. And if you liked any of this stuff, make sure you sub and keep coming back. I love to have you here. This for whatever reason makes me feel better about what I'm doing, and I appreciate y'all tuning in. Okay, so until next time, take care of one another. Peace and love, guys. I'll see ya.